Okay, so first post, there's 3.
Okay.
So this is last but not least, but there are 3 parts to this. It is from True Off My Chest. The moment my husband suggested a female, male, female, the marriage was over in my heart.
What?
It's a threesome.
Okay.
Am I overreacting? What? Please, I need help sorting out my feelings or maybe controlling them because my emotions are controlling me 100% right now. About 2 to 3 weeks ago, after making love, my husband and I lied in bed for some afterplay, and he told me that it would be awesome to have a threesome. I kept my cool, but he must have noticed that I stiffened in his arms. My heart was yelling, this can't be happening. This is so over. This is so over. But my mouth said, I don't think this is something I would ever want to try. I've been avoiding him like the plague ever since, which has been a very hard task because he's a very affectionate man and always wants to touch and hug and kiss. I don't know if he's noticed anything yet because I have been busy with work and the kids, but he's bound to notice soon. I've only told my best friend and confidant about it, but she thinks that I'm being overly sensitive and dramatic. But I swear I'm not playing or trying hard. I just can't control my heart, especially when it's playing the same tunes as my brain. I want divorce on repeat every time I see him. She, my best friend, told me that it was just my pride. Just? He asked you and you said no, and he respected that. Please, can I fix this? Anyone with the same experience? I have 3 small children and we share a beautiful life together. Help. To me, that's a jump.
A jump?
Like to go from, what about a threesome sometime, to divorce?
Yeah.
That seems drastic to me.
I definitely...
I'm going to preface this. I have not read this one at all.
Oh, okay, cool.
Have not read this one at all.
Okay,
None of the parts.
No, I mean, it's weird because like hearing that from an outside perspective, I also feel like that. I feel like that's a big jump. Like what? Like he just threw it out there and then immediate divorce, and you know what I mean, right? But then if I put myself in that situation, I don't know how offended I would be. Like if I would just be like, if I would think, you've known me for so long, we have children together, this has never been something we've ever talked about.
Yeah.
And like, you know that I want an exclusive relationship. We made these vows to each other before we got married. Like, why are you throwing this on me now? Are you bored of me? Like, and like the fact that you're thinking about other women and you just want to incorporate them in our relationship, in our life with our children, like that fucks me up. Like
send you down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, send me down the rabbit hole. So it's like, yeah, that like someone like throwing that out there, like threesome, you know, I mean, it's not like the first time that anyone's ever said that. It's not crazy. It doesn't mean they don't love you anymore. It doesn't mean, you know, XYZ. But like when you're in that situation where it's just like, dude, I literally like thought you knew me. I thought we made commitments to each other. I thought we were on the same page, and now you're throwing it out there. Like, I could see how she's kind of in a weird place. I don't think that they should get divorced. Like, I think she needs to dig into that and have like a further conversation.
Yeah.
But like, I can like see where she's panicking.
I just don't understand where it's like you have this great marriage that you say you do. You have this great life together. You have 3 kids, a home, and like by the sounds of it, a good marriage. I don't understand why you just can't say to him then like, no, that's not something I ever would be interested in.
But you also have like talked about before that like you would potentially consider a threesome, right?
But I never, ever, ever would have before Justin. It's only this relationship that I've like been very open to it. And I'm not implying that like anyone that doesn't want a threesome is like insecure in their relationship. That's not at all what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because everyone has their own relationships. But I will say like, I think it's the fact that I am so comfortable with him and I know he loves me so much that I'm even like willing to consider it. And like,
my thought is that like, when you hear this story and you're picturing it in your situation, like if you and Justin were to be married and he were to say that, it feels way more like nonchalant because you guys it's not that big of a deal for like your relationship. But like if you were a person who was so stronghold on like never wanting that in a relationship, and all of a sudden you've like committed your entire life to them, kids and marriage, and then they bring it up, it might feel like they just pulled the rug from underneath you, because it's like, okay, that's a desire that you've always wanted and it's not at all what I want. So is that going to be in the back of your mind? And I denied you your desires in your life, right?
I think you definitely could. It could create a lot of insecurities, but I also think it's all context. Like, has he asked for a threesome in the past and you've already said you're not interested, and so he's bringing it up again?
Yeah,
because that's a little worrisome. Maybe is he already cheating and wants to bring in his affair partner in for your threesome? Like, that's a rabbit hole you could go down. But if it's truly something like he's never brought up, and you have this great life together, and maybe it's a new fun way to spice up your sex life, I kind of look at it as like just talking openly about your sexual preferences even. Like, hey, like, would you consider pegging? Like, would you consider calling me mommy sometime? Like, not like, I keep seeing a lot of mommy fetish Reddit stories. So that's not relevant in my life at all. FYI. I know I've overshared on this podcast today, but there's a lot of mommy fetish out there. So I think it's just like a conversation. It didn't have to be like that, but we got 2 more updates.
Okay.
Like one update and then his side.
Okay.
So hi again. I have a little update here. I've talked to my husband now. Only a little bit after him asking me why I'm so absorbed in my phone. I told him that I was thinking about his request and how it affected me. He said he's noticed me being distant and sad, but that he didn't know how to approach me. We talked a bit more, and I asked him if he still wanted a threesome, and he answered in the affirmative. So I asked him if he'd thought a candidate, and he said yes, that she actually was the one who suggested it.
Yeah, I absolutely not.
He showed me her Instagram. It was all I could do not to freak out and to keep my head cool. I have all the information now, and the ball is in my court now, I guess. I commented earlier that I was already having flashbacks with him and a faceless woman, and these flashbacks are haunting me. Now the woman has a face.
Oh, no. I hate it.
I need to talk more to him. We just talked for a few minutes, but I just couldn't talk more tonight. All my being is screaming, give me a divorce. So I'm waiting until I'm less irrational. If anything else happens, I will update. I appreciate you for wanting to know how this is going. I really thought he broke me with his request until I asked for more details and he provided. I'm off to bed now.
I hate these feelings for them.
Top comment on this one. My question is, why is another woman comfortable enough to ask your husband for a threesome?
Oh, such a good question. Yes.
What I'm wondering.
Yeah. Who the fuck is she?
What kind of conversations do they have?
It's probably a man catfishing.
Where are the boundaries in your relationship with people of the opposite sex? If it was me, I would not at all be comfortable or happy about this, and I would express that to my husband. If that's how you reacted after he said, imagine how you'll feel going through with it.
Is this a random Instagram girl, or is this like someone he's like friends with?
We're for sure going to find out.
Oh, okay.
For sure. Okay.
Because I'm like, if it's a random person online, I'd be like catfish. Tell me now. I need to know. What? Do you sneak peek?
I read the title.
Oh,
so this was posted 6 days ago.
Okay.
I will say the husband's side is posted 2 days ago. Super fucking recent. Super recent. I am so impressed with those that shared this on the Two Hot Takes subreddit. So thank you. The FMF, female, male, female, is happening on Saturday or Saturday next. Afterwards, I'm serving my husband the divorce papers.
Wait, what? She's doing it and then divorcing him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a little crazy.
It's unhinged.
It's a little unhinged.
It's unhinged. I made a throwaway yesterday on the sub about my husband asking me for a threesome with a woman and how it ended my marriage and my heart. I have had mixed reactions about it, and many advised me to tell him how I felt. Communicate.
Where's Justin?
Well, that's what I've been doing since last night. I found out that the woman he had in mind is an ex-coworker. an outspoken Polly who kept being friends with her coworkers from her old job, my husband included. He showed me all of his DMs with her, both in the group chat and private. There's no affair between them, but she's the one who showed interest in a three-way with my husband and I, because having sex with couples turns her on, and she thought that we're hot. So at least there's not the emotional affair there.
Yeah,
Happy,
I agree.
happy. I don't think that there's emotions involved, like at all. This girl wants a poly boyfriend and my husband only wants to spice things up. Anyways, I'm leaving my husband because I can't control my feelings. He broke me. I'm certainly still not communicating my feelings properly to him, but I'm probably just wired this way. When someone hurts me, I just shut down and shut them out. What my best friend said I did anyways. I have contacted a lawyer and I have a meeting tomorrow to go through the process and details. Now, for the female, male, female, I'm going to say yes. Mostly because I'm so curious to see what the fuss is all about. Reading the comments yesterday, you guys made it sound like it's what every man dreams of. I'm intrigued. I want to see the reason my marriage is over. Does this make sense? No. I want to know if it's worth ruining my heart. Another thing is that
He doesn't know.
Another thing is that I want to do something nice for him before leaving, since he's so excited.
What?
My way of saying goodbye. I told him I'm
goodbye
game.
gift.
I told him I'm game and that I wanted it to be over with this weekend. He got excited and tried to kiss me. Forget fucking it. She should have said fucking forget it. He didn't notice I avoided his touch. We spoke to the girl. She thought Saturday is too soon. If we're both first timers, maybe we needed to meet her first, etc. She's a pro. I give her that. So we're meeting for drinks on Saturday. Let's not label it, she said. Let's just meet and see how it goes from there. As I said, pro. I know this will piss you off probably, but I promised an update, so here you go. Please don't hate me too much. Oh, and we are mid-30s and the girlie is early 30s, I think. If I sound childish, it's probably a mixture of language barrier, but also childishness. Good night. This is also a throwaway.
She keeps saying good night.
I want to bang my head in a wall.
This is okay. This is not as bad of a situation as I would have thought. Because like you said,
the initial post was
yeah, because like you said, there was not like a romantic or emotional cheating going on. So it just seems like it's like literally
seems like
it's just business.
A shot in the dark. It seems like a shoot your shot.
Yeah. Like,
hey, I think your wife are hot. I think you and your wife are hot.
Well,
if you'd ever consider a threesome, I'm here.
And I guess like why I eased up too is like one time I was dating a guy who like he was my boyfriend and his ex was like, I love your girlfriend. I think she's so cute. Like, could I have a threesome with her? Because she's bisexual.
Wow.
And she like had a different relationship going on and she didn't want it with me and my boyfriend. She wanted it with me and like the relationship she had.
What?
And I never told you that.
No.
And my boyfriend was like,
no,
that's so sweet, but no. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, love her for that. But it was
she called me pretty.
I know, right? I'm like, I love her now. But it's
what
just
the fuck?
Yeah, it was just like one of those things where it's like it's so interesting. And again, we're all so fucking different in the way our brains work. Like we just talked, like some of us will like put bananas up our ass and some of us like will like run and throw up to them. So it's like we're different. But it's just like instantly like her saying that about me made me just feel like I'm like, yeah, this ex of his is a homie. Like she's like non-threatening to me. And so this story kind of reminds me of that. And that doesn't like her feelings are her feelings. I think it's fucking weird that she's like, this is my goodbye present. But like
this is breaking my heart.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am kind of curious what it's all about.
Yeah, right?
What's the hype all about?
Yeah. And it's like,
are you interested or are you not interested?
Right.
Because you're sounding more interested.
Right. You just like want to do it. Maybe she has some type of like I don't know, religious like thing where she's like, I can't do this like for good conscience, but like I don't know, like this is the only way I could do it with like my like guilt being, I don't know, whatever. I'm making shit up at this point, but like, but I'm like, it's getting weird because it's just like, okay, one, you should tell them how you feel because it's like, if you're in a committed relationship, you owe your partner that, right? Like,
absolutely.
And then two, what is this vindictive, like, what are you doing? Anyway,
I don't get it.
Is there updates?
So I'll go to the...
No, don't tell me there's not updates.
Account's been deleted, so I don't have an update from her.
But you have it from him?
I have his side. But I will say her, like, she like italicized it when she said it too. So she goes, italicized, communicate.
Is she like quoting Justin? Like...
I don't know.
Did she watch the show?
Maybe
too?
Justin found her original post. Well, that's what I've been doing since last night. That's the exact opposite of what you've been doing. You literally are like doing this as a test. You're like dangling this bait as a test. And it's like, for what? If the marriage is over in your heart and your head because he even asked for a threesome? What? And so it's like, I've been telling him how I feel, but apparently not good enough. You've been communicating that you want this threesome, so much so that you're setting it up. How are you communicating how you feel and your wants and your needs?
Yeah.
I'm really mind fucked with how she thinks she's communicating.
Oh no.
Okay. Top comment. Stupid games end in stupid prizes. And OP responds, what does that mean?
Hey Siri, what does stupid games end in stupid prizes mean?
You don't get it?
Okay, I found this on the web for what does stupid games end in stupid prizes mean? Check it out.
Yes. If one makes poor decisions, one should expect negative consequences. Most often in response to violent or humiliating outcomes of poor decisions. See also, fuck around and find out.
Exactly.
Okay.
So his post is titled, My male 35, wife, female 37, told me this morning that she wants a divorce after yesterday's three-way. My wife and I had a three-way yesterday with a woman that I know. It was terrible to tell you the truth. My wife was so awkward and she refused to take off her nightgown, amongst other things. She never looked at me once and refused to let me touch or kiss her. The girl, female 29, we had was more relaxed and she tried to make my wife get comfortable. My wife was more receptive to her advances than to me. She just shut me out completely. I only thought it was because it was my wife's first time and that she was awkward. She is a very shy person. Anyways, halfway she just took a more passive role and even didn't let the girl touch her. This morning, she told me that the marriage was over and that she wanted a divorce. I asked her if it was because of yesterday, and she said yes. I asked her why she didn't tell me that she didn't want a three-way, if she hated it so much, and that it's ending our marriage. She said our marriage ended the day I suggested the three-way, and that she just wanted to see if it was worth breaking her heart, and said I hope it was worth it. Of course it wasn't worth it. I would have forgot all about it had she said she didn't want it. She did say that she wasn't into having other people when I first suggested it, and I respected that, but then she changed her mind and agreed. My wife and my family are way more important to me than any three-way. If she didn't want it, I would have never brought it up again. I feel played. What do you fucking say to a woman like that? I fucking love her and I don't want to live without her, but she has asked me to move out tomorrow. P.S. Thank you for sending me my wife's post. One reads, the moment my husband suggested an FMF, the marriage was over in my heart. Am I overreacting? The other one reads, blank. I don't know how to include the post, but I have read them. I and I alone have ruined my life. I broke my wife's heart. Edit to add, look, I know I'm 100% wrong here and that I fucked up completely and ruined my life and broke my girl's heart. But what she did is so fucked up. It's just so fucked up that she never once communicated how she felt to me, her husband. I asked her once and she decided to divorce me then and there, and she pretended everything was cool between us. If she, and this is like all caps, bold, If she had told me that a threesome is a deal breaker, I would never have asked her again. I repeat, if she had told me that a threesome is a deal breaker, I would never have asked her again.
Yeah.
If she told me how that broke her heart, I would have done anything to try and mend it. But she was just so calm and collected about it. None of you live with us to see my point of view. No one can see how fucked up this is. I know I should have been more attentive during the three-way. I wasn't, and I regret it bitterly. It's my first, and I got it confused because she was the one who brought up the subject again after telling me no, and I forgot about it. But according to her, she was already set on divorce, so there was nothing I could have done during the three-way to change her mind. She has thrown away her marriage because of a stupid request that I didn't follow up on, but she did.
Damn.
Also, I don't know, like, she wasn't really into him touching or kissing her before the threesome, so I don't think if he would have paid more attention to her, it would have mattered.
No, not at all. She already made up her mind. I mean, I'm so down to be, I'm like so here for being like very like hurt by the asking of a threesome. I get it. But like this, I'm sorry. Like this is too much for me. Like you need to fucking communicate. Like, yes, we do live in a world where people do have threesomes. It's not like the craziest thing to request. And like, yes, that's really hurtful. And like, yes, you would hope that your husband knows you well enough to not request that. But communicate like your feelings, your thoughts, like tell him how you feel, see how he reacts, give him a fucking chance. If this is someone that you've dedicated your life to, like why not give him a chance to explain himself? Like he's like he said, he's not that interested. He just was like, hey, shits and gigs, this was an offer, what are your thoughts? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you feel that way, or like is this just me?
But that's what I'm saying. I think the conversation, and that's kind of what I said. I think the conversation when he initially like mentioned it was so casual.
Yeah.
And it's no different than discussing like, what do you think about pegging?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on 6ix9ine? What are your thoughts on hitting it from behind? That rhymes. No,
Make a song out of it.
I think it was just way, way overanalyzed from her. And I think she just self-sabotaged again and again and again and again and again. And it's hard to watch. It's hard to read the delusion of that second update.
Yeah.
If you're against it,
just say it.
Just say it. Why? And if you already know you want the divorce, why then?
That's like he said, he felt played. Yes.
He was played. And
I get really bad vibes from this.
I'm getting bad vibes from all of this.
So much
it's
of
making
it.
my brain hurt, to be honest.
Same.
And there's a lot of comments on this post. I'll be sure to link them. They're also linked on the THT subreddit under this episode theme, along with some other ones we didn't get a chance to read that are also probably really good. But yeah.
This is what we're ending on?
We're done.
Fuck this.